Sup guys, it's Tello back to you with another video for today. Now, I got some pretty exciting stuff to show you as everything, we did in the Scarlet Enclave. We have finally completed it, and our guild has got our 8 out of 8, so much love in the chat, and lock it in amigos in the comments below, and shout out to the club and the cathedral. We've been having a very lit overtime, over there at the Twitch. Editor, I can't even read the prompter right. Get it right next time or you're getting shot in Minecraft. YouTube family friendly. We've been having a W time on the Twitch, so much love over there. Come show your boy some support at the club. I want to talk to you guys about the Calderan kill and go over some things that I've noticed, at least from a melee perspective, and break down some things for you guys so you can understand what it's like to be in the melee range of stuff and how we positions things, when it came to the Calderan kill. Shout out to Archivist, who helped us out with the kill because he got killed with his run the week, I think, prior, or just I think the same week as well. And we winded up positioning this boss a little bit differently than I've seen from anyone else. So let's go into the footage here. So as you see here, we're about to pull this boss here, and the biggest thing that I've noticed that I've seen not a lot of guides talk about is the positioning of the boss and the angle of the boss. A lot of people either they tackle the boss up top by the stairs where he's already standing, or where the Ashbringer phase happens in phase 2. We decided to go with a strategy where our boss is tucked into the corner, and this is Archivist's strategy, where he got it clear with this, where the adds would simply just come to us or LOS around the corner, so the healers didn't get hit at all, because we were having a problem with our healers getting smacked, and it was up to the tanks to pick up a lot of the adds. So this is a heavy tank fight. We did this with about 4 tanks instead of like a typical 3. I hear some people are getting away with 2, but we did this with 4 tanks and 2 off tanks, 2 main tanks helping with this entire fight, especially with the amount of damage that the boss does pull out, which is mainly holy damage. But for the most part, you have to have that tank maybe do a quick taunt swap when the execution sentence happens, so they can mitigate a little bit of damage. In that situation, we either had like a druid tank pick that up, or the druid tank would go out and help with the adds along with the warlock tank. But for the most part, yes, this is a very tank heavy fight and a very heal intensive fight, as well as a DPS race. It's like literally the best of all the worlds when it comes to what this fight entitles. But one of the most critical important things here is that you have to make sure to be kicking any devoted offering that goes off from any of these adds in the background. I know you might not see it here because there's a lot of cluster going on, and trust me, this fight is not easy on the eyes, I tell you right now. But all the fires are going off in one spot. We're switching around when the blinding flare comes out because we're not trying to get, pretty much nuked by that. And all the devoted offerings are basically going off in the background, but they're being sheeped by either a mage, or they're getting a kick by somebody. If you have a paladin that can do a hammer of justice, because if those go off, that heals the boss back up, and we do not want the boss healed back up. This boss already does a lot of damage. It has a lot of health. It's over a 10-minute fight. For some people, I think they're saying it could be like a 15-minute fight, give or take, depending on how many people you bring. We had 30 people, and it was a very lengthy fight, so we need to make sure that the adds are dying in the fire, which is super important. As you see, we have all the fire nicely placed in one section, and all the devoted offerings are getting kicked. We have one devoted offering going right here above the camera. I do believe that one gets stopped as well, whether it's a poly breaks that, and then boom, you're good to go. That's why it's so important having mages in your raid for this particular fight. Now, for all the melee DPS, we're doing nothing. We're simply standing on the side of the boss. We're avoiding the Wake of Ashes. We're avoiding the execution sentence. It's up to our job to either cleave the adds if they're in range, or just simply Zerg the boss till he gets to 55%. Because the minute the boss gets to 55%, this entire fight changes. Like, it changes so much. And it's very important on your healers here, because it's super healer intensive, to drop the domes. Please, if you have barriers, priests, drop those when this phase converts into the next one. Even if you use one in the beginning here, if you have a priest that could spare one, and then you go into the second one and just drop one down, you will get through that phase. And I'm going to show you here shortly, even if there's like adds still alive, use all the fears that you have. Warrior fears are extremely good. Any type of fears or psychic scream that a priest can throw out, it doesn't matter what it is. It's all about just zerging the boss and ignoring all this stuff, even if there's some adds around that will cause a problem. So right here, we're getting into second Ashbringer phase, and this is where the dome is going to drop immediately. Now we're popping our holy pot right here. Immediately you want to pop this. We drop our dome, we start zerging the boss. We have to put everything into it so we can make sure we clear out of this phase. This was something that was holding us back, and we were very concerned if we were even going to get through the phase, but we realized we needed mad heals here, holy pots, domes going out, and just get it down to, I believe, around the 40% markage before the entire raid gets wiped. So this is where DPS has to just pump it. You have to pump it. You have to just do what you can to get into this phase and push what you got. I used my lay on hands here even to, like, you know, just save myself so the healers didn't need to worry about me. And then from here, it's pretty free. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a pretty damn free boss, in my personal opinion. You just wait. You go through this little phase where, like, rocks are just dropping from the ground, and then you just go to the gate and prepare yourself to go into the next phase. So there really is nothing much to this little portion right here. But let's talk about, I guess we'll call it phase 3, or the outdoor phase. Alright, so now as you can see here, we're outside, we're fighting the boss. Now there is going to be a bunch of ads that do come that are going to, you know, basically try to kill you, but the main important thing here is to get those ads away with an off tank, throwing those ads into another section, whether it's to the right or the left, just off the boss, because these ads are going to drop these purple pools underneath. Now, these purple pools are basically kind of like a little void pool that will cause damage, and it will hurt you, it will kill people, so you want to basically move these void pools to get them away from the tank, alright? These Scarlet Hollows will cause a problem. So he's going to be using this new ability, Sensation, and that's what causes, you know, when any ad's killed, they'll drop the purple pools and they'll deal damage to anyone in them. You know, you don't want to stand in them. But to be honest with you, it's a pretty free fight from here on out. You just do all the stuff that he did before. You turn around, you're zerging the boss, you know, you turn around during the blinding flare, and you just pretty much lock it the fuck in. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's probably the best advice I can give to you. Just make sure you're pumping everything you can. One of my biggest pieces of advice that I can provide you is save your CDs for the Ashbringer phase. Do not pop anything that is your big CDs during this phase. Wait till the Ashbringer phase. As you can see here, I get my wings back up. I do not pop them. I wait. And we waited and we got to that Ashbringer phase, and that's where you want to pump all your damage in, because at that point, once you get to that Ashbringer phase, it's just cake. Honestly, like, the minute you even get to this outdoor part, in my opinion, this is the easiest fight. After this, there is nothing else to worry about. There are some ads that can be roaming around, you know, after this portion. I'll show you here once we get into the Ashbringer phase. Alright, so right here we're getting into his second Ashbringer phase, and this is what I'm talking about, popping your CDs. Like, really just going off on the boss and trying to do as much damage as you can before that timer hits 0. Because if it hits 0 and you don't meet the damage requirement, the raid wipes and you have to start everything all over. At the same time, the shock blasts are going out with the councils spawning in the background, and they will cause damage on you if you are standing in these beams. So just totally ignore the beams and you should be good, but people will get hit by them and you will lose a lot of health. So maybe bring some discolored health potions, whatever CDs that you have, defensives, or any type of, you know, regen that you could do is very important. Obviously, we have another barrier here from a priest that is massive, and we are just nuking this down until this Ashbringer phase is finished. And then there is finally one more portion of fighting him, and we thought it was over right here. Honestly, I thought it was over personally, but it wasn't. And it's just simply finishing the boss, and there is really nothing else to it. We were extremely excited, extremely souped up that we finally got the skill. It took us 2 weeks to do this, but I'm gonna tell you right now, this is what progression is all about, and I was just really excited for us to get this done. I'll show you the clip and, you know, the hype from here.
Help it.
That's fine. Just pick them up.
God, I can't fucking get him. Alright, here's one. Okay, you got it? Okay.
3%. We have 47 seconds.
Honestly, I don't know if
Kill that bitch!
Bring another one, you can get it.
You can
I got it.
Yeah! Careful, there's a follower and they're about to
Kill
die.
that bitch! Let's go! Let's go!
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, dude! Our good shit on the call outs. Konica, tanks, heals, everybody. Good shit.
Another
DPS.
3. Black
Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. Hell yeah, dude.
But that's basically it, guys. That is the entire fight. I gotta say, memes aside, I know I always joke around because I can't help myself. I'm always joking on this damn channel. Sometimes I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Don't get shot in Minecraft. Much love to you, editor. Keep it in. But yeah, I'm proud of the people that I play with. I'm proud with the guild. I'm proud the fact that we persevered in, you know, there's a time and place for everything where, you can cry, you can bitch and moan, but if you just put your head down and work on it and, progress through the raid, eventually you will get it done, and we only have 30 people, right? We didn't have a 20 man, we didn't have a 40 man, we ran with a 30 man. That was our group that we decided to play with, and that's the group that we did it with. And honestly, I am just, ecstatic. And I hope anybody out there that is, grinding, pushing through it, just have some belief, man, and try to find some good friends and people that you can unite with, and just really put your head down and grind this bitch out and knock it down, man. Now, for the 20 mans out there, I hope they look for some more tuning for you guys. I really do, because at the end of the day, I understand 20 mans want to go through this and just run 20, and I respect that. But anybody else out there that is not doing 20 man, whether you're doing 25 or 30 or 35, whatever, or 40, shout out to y'all amigos as well. And I hope you guys get these clears, and I hope you see this video and you can understand what it's like from a melee DPS point of view, from, I guess the Paladin's perspective. However, though, lock it in. I can't wait to acquire the Ashbringer. I believe I'm going for it next weekend. We will be getting all the ingots to get the Ashbringer. It's going to be pretty badass. So, much love to you, amigos. I hope you enjoyed this video. Lock on in, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Editor, how do I end this video? I'll see you on Twitch, bitch.